Chapter 9, The Lost Sanctuary. Lyra, Captain Zara Drayden, and Dr. Thorne trekked through the dense forest, the weight of their mission pressing heavily upon them. With the device that could potentially turn the tide of their struggle securely in their possession, they knew they had to find a safe place to regroup and plan their next move. "We need to find shelter," Zara said, studying the map intently. "There's supposed to be an old bunker around here somewhere. It should give us some cover." Lyra nodded, her eyes scanning the surrounding trees. "If it's still intact, we can rest and let Dr. Thorne work on stabilizing the device. We need to ensure it's fully operational." After what felt like hours of navigating through the thick underbrush, they finally stumbled upon the entrance to the bunker. It was hidden behind a large, overgrown bush, the rusted door barely visible. Zara pushed the door open with some effort, and they stepped inside. The air was cool and musty, a stark contrast to the humid forest outside. The bunker, though old and weathered, appeared to be structurally sound. "This will do," Zara said, setting his pack down. "At least for now." Thorne immediately set up a makeshift workstation, his hands moving with precision and familiarity as he began examining the device. "Give me some time," he said, not looking up. "I need to make a few adjustments to ensure it functions correctly." Lyra wandered deeper into the bunker, her flashlight beam illuminating the walls. They were covered in faded, cryptic symbols and drawings, remnants of a time long past. "This place has a history," she murmured, tracing her fingers over the carvings. "Whoever was here before us, they were hiding too." Zara joined her, examining the symbols. "Maybe they were fighting back, just like us," he said quietly. "Their legacy could offer us clues." As Thorne worked on the device, a strange sound echoed through the bunker. It was faint at first, a soft scratching noise, but it gradually grew louder. "Did you hear that?" Thorne asked, his eyes wide with alarm. Lyra and Zara immediately drew their weapons, moving towards the source of the noise. The sound seemed to be coming from deeper within the bunker, moving away from them as they approached. "Who's there?" Lyra called out, her voice steady despite the tension in the air. There was no response. They followed the noise down a narrow corridor, their footsteps echoing off the cold, concrete walls. The sound continued to retreat, as if whatever was making it was trying to avoid them. Finally, they reached the end of the corridor, where the noise seemed to be trapped. Zara signaled for Lyra to stay back as he rounded the corner first, weapon at the ready. What they saw left them both stunned. Cowering in the corner was a small, terrified cat. Its fur was matted, and it looked malnourished, but it was unmistakably a living, breathing cat. "A cat?" Zara said, disbelief coloring his voice. "How is this possible?" Lyra lowered her weapon and approached the cat cautiously. "I thought all the animals were wiped out by the aliens," she said, her voice filled with wonder. "How has it survived?" Thorne joined them, his expression one of shock and amazement. "This is incredible," he said. "It's a miracle it's still alive." Lyra gently picked up the cat, which shivered slightly but did not resist. "This cat is a survivor, just like us," she said softly. "Maybe it's a sign that hope is still out there." As they settled back into the main room of the bunker, Thorne continued his work on the device, while Zara kept watch. Lyra sat with the cat in her lap, stroking its fur as it purred contentedly. "This place, these symbols," Lyra said, gesturing to the walls. "They tell a story of survival. Those who were here before us, they didn't give up. And neither can we." Zara nodded, his eyes scanning the room. "We'll find a way to make this work. For us, for humanity, and for the future." The night passed with an uneasy calm. Thorne made significant progress on the device, tweaking its components and recalibrating its settings. The cat, whom Lyra had named Shadow, seemed to bring a sense of comfort to their otherwise grim situation. In the early hours of the morning, Thorne finally looked up from his work, exhaustion evident on his face but a triumphant gleam in his eyes. "It's ready," he said. "The device is fully operational." Lyra and Zara exchanged a look of relief and determination. They knew the road ahead would be perilous, but they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. As they prepared to leave the bunker, Lyra took one last look at the ancient symbols on the walls. The echoes of the past were a constant reminder of what had been lost, but also of the resilience and strength that humanity possessed. With Shadow tucked safely in her jacket, Lyra led the way out of the bunker. "Let's get this device to the Resistance," she said, her voice filled with resolve. "We have a world to reclaim." Together, they ventured back into the forest, ready to continue their fight. The future was uncertain, but with each step they took, they carried with them the hope and determination to rebuild what had been lost.